Howdy there, folks. Today we're going to look at what is possibly the most gorgeous rifle I've ever owned. This is the new CZ 600 Plus Luxe rifle. It features a absolutely gorgeous walnut stock here. Has this like fish scale checkering all the way down it. Very, very grippy and gorgeous looking. Same thing right here on the grip. A very nice high cheek weld right here. Very like curved out. On this side, it has a very nice cut as well, so you can really shoulder it well and feel comfortable behind it. Very nice, about 1/2 inch thick rubberized recoil pad. It is a bit stiff and traditional. On the bottom here, we have a metal integral sling attachment point. It does not swivel back and forth this way, but it does swivel this way. We have a quite robust grip. Feels great in the hand though. It's a little bit like fatter than a Ruger American, or at least the older version, or a Savage Axis. Nice posts right here to give that a really firm bedding against the receiver, and so the stock doesn't split. Then it has a very nice short 60-degree bolt throw. Super smooth action here, kind of similar to Bergara. Pushing down this tab right here, you can release the bolt. What I love about this is that it's 6-lug action, very reminiscent of a 6-lug action from Weatherby Mark V. Has a little claw extractor right there. To put the bolt back in, you just push in that tab and it goes right back in. What I love about this is it has this nice round traditional wooden bolt handle, which really reminds me of the Heim SR31 straight bolt action from Europe. Has a interesting push button safety right here. I've never seen that on any other rifle, I don't think. It actually works quite well once you get used to it. Also has a little red cocked indicator right here. This is probably the nicest factory trigger I have ever seen on any bolt action in my life. Definitely nicer than even a Bergara. I mean, zero creep. Breaks super light, like glass. Nice curved traditional trigger blade there. That trigger feels as good as a Bixen Andy trigger. I mean, it's that nice. Then we have a plastic bottom metal and trigger guard. On a rifle this nice, should be metal. I don't like that. It does have an adjustable trigger though, which is really cool. You can adjust it from right down here. Push button, double stack magazine. I love this magazine system actually. It's really easy at least to get out and load. Pushing it back in might take a little learning curve. The action screw is a Torx head screw that goes right here and a Torx head screw that goes right here. Nice long wood forend on this, longer than traditional, sweeps out near the edge, shoulders very nicely. The receiver on this is drilled and tapped for Remington 700 bases. It is got a nice finish on it for rust and corrosion resistance. It's got a blued finish on the receiver, blued finish on the barrel, so it's rust and corrosion resistant. It's threaded M15x1. In America, not such a good thread pitch to find adapters for suppressors or muzzle brakes. In fact, extremely difficult depending on your suppressor. I would like to see this 1/2x28 at the very least, preferably 5/8x24. It does have a very nice fiber optic front sight with a cage. Absolutely love this, great quality. Gives it even more of a traditional look. And if your optic goes down or you want to run it without an optic, this is awesome. It's got a nice sight right here, set pretty far forward. This is great for driven hunts and acquiring your sight picture very quickly, such as on a boar hunt in Europe and or even a African dangerous game hunt. Really, really like that. The barrel is free floated. Slide it down. Usually you get better accuracy with a free floated barrel. I would say this is a medium contour or medium to sporter contour barrel. It's not like a pencil barrel. This is chambered in 308 Winchester. Let's take this out to the range. All right, so this is the CZ 600 Plus Lux. It's shooting the ELDX and ELDM, very similar factory loads. Two touching, and this was probably the worst jerk of the year. Like, I felt it, like it was bad. I flinched bad. That said, this is the second group. This is probably just between MOA and MOA and a quarter. Still not fantastic, but it's literally a brand new rifle. Still zeroing it in. And I'm aiming for the corner, by the way. I believe this is first group out of the CZ 600 Plus Lux. And this is ELDX, I believe. This is like a half MOA group or better. It's a very good group for a factory load, factory ammo. I strung these a little bit, I believe, and this was a different ammo. This is still a sub MOA group, obviously. And I'm not zeroed in all the way for point of impact, so just take that note. I'm switching back and forth between ammo. It does come with a sub MOA guarantee, which means that if you use factory premium ammunition and you don't get sub MOA 3-shot groups at 100 yards, you can return this rifle for service. It does have a user adjustable trigger. The trigger is single stage. The safety on this is also extremely silent. It does come with user swappable barrels and calibers. To swap out the barrels, you simply remove the barreled action from the stock, and you loosen 2 set screws in the front of the receiver, and then you can remove that barrel. What's really nice about this is it also features a recessed recoil lug system. The magazine capacity on the 308 is 5. It has a 14.5-inch length of pull. The stock also features a poly finish, so it's basically weather resistant. The overall length of this rifle is 40.94 inches. The weight is 8.37 pounds, and the barrel length on this is 20 inches. It is available in .308 Winchester, 30-06 Springfield, and 300 Win Mag. Absolutely classic and beautiful wood-stocked rifle from CZ. This is once again the CZ 600 Plus Lux version. You can get a CZ 600 Plus American version, which is very similar, but comes with more of a traditional style stock as far as the cheek riser design, and then also as far as like the fore end, but it is still a beautiful walnut rifle. We also got this topped off with a German Precision Optics or GPO scope. This is the Century 4 to 16 by 44i scope. It features a very nice fast focus eyepiece right here with rubber on it. Coming forward, you have a very nice magnification ring with a quick throw lever that you can remove. And like I said, this is 4 to 16 power, so it can magnify your vision up to 16 times. Features a 30mm main tube. It has a hard anodized finish for rust and corrosion resistance. It's fog-proof and waterproof. I do have a Kenton Industries very nice bubble level on here. And then we have a Kenton Industries custom BDC turret cap on here. So you know if you just dial to the number that's in yardage rather than MOA, each click is still 1/4 MOA, and you can get these with just a simple 1 spin worth or 1 revolution worth of yardage markings, or you can get it with like mil markings plus yardage markings for 2 revolutions, yardage markings plus MOA above. This is a nice knurled high quality aluminum scope cap, and this scope does feature a positive zero stop. Then you have a locking windage turret, that's excellent as well. Then you have a very nice illumination knob that has continual illumination, so it's like dimmable, and it's got, when you want to turn off, you just turn it all the way to one side. So I really love that. I don't think I've ever had a scope that had that just illumination wheel where it was like a dimmer switch or something really nice. Has an adjustable parallax on the side. Then you have your 44mm objective lens. Eye relief is very good on this scope. The reticle on this scope has hash marks for up to 10 MOA on your windage and up to 40 MOA on your elevation. On the first hash mark, it's actually 2 MOA, and then it has hash marks every 1 MOA after that for both your holdover for elevation and your holdover for windage. Also has hold under hash marks up to, I believe, 10 MOA, which is interesting. The illumination on it is fantastic. It's a center dot illumination. Now, if you put it on the highest setting, you do get a red ring around the outside of the lens and some bleed out. I did notice on this scope that Even though the eye relief is adequate, getting centered in the eye box is a little bit difficult. It has a pretty narrow eye box. Absolutely love, love, love these Kenton Industries custom etched turrets. They also have little tapes that you can get as well. But this will tell you what ammunition, what elevation, what temperature, and what caliber this turret is set for. If you're using this in Alaska at a sea level, you can have a turret, and then when you get home to 4,000 feet, you can swap out that turret and you're still good to go. The holdovers are gonna be correct, or the BDC turret's still gonna be accurate. You can use promo code BULLETS, the number $4, to save on those Kenton Industry turrets, and I do get a little commission. I'll put a link as well in the description below. Now let's talk about the testing we did with this rifle and how it performed. So at 100 yards, 3-shot groups with Hornady Factory Premium ELDX and match ammunition, this rifle performed absolutely fantastic with some of the ammunition we shot. I got it zeroed fairly quickly. The scope did hold 0 and track correctly. The one thing I did notice though is I could get 2 bullets basically in one hole at 100 yards, or touching or almost touching. Absolutely fantastical accuracy on the first 2 shots. And then either due to human error or due to maybe the barrel itself, I would get a flyer at almost every single 3rd shot. Don't know if it was human error or just the barrel or the rifle. I'm going to have to do a little bit more testing, and I'll probably do a follow-up review on this rifle in the future to see if either after a longer break-in period that goes away, or if indeed it was just a couple of bad range trips on my part and I wasn't shooting very good. We'll see if we can sort that out. And my initial opinion is that it's probably just the barrel, and it's a hunting rifle. It shouldn't really actually matter because you shouldn't be taking more than 1 shot, 2 at most, and the accuracy on the first 2 shots is phenomenal for a traditional style rifle in a wood stock. I'm actually gonna probably try to use this actually hunting out west. I'm gonna try to find a thread adapter for an M15x1 thread pitch, or I'm gonna use an adapter that goes M15x1 to 5/8x24, which is probably by far the cheapest option if you just wanna be able to put a suppressor or muzzle brake on this quickly. My really biggest gripe with this rifle is that it's got that M15x1 thread pitch, and I couldn't really get consistent 3-shot, 100-yard sub-MOA groups out of it. Now it's capable of it, but I couldn't get it consistently or even semi-consistently. Like I said, that'll probably work out. The CZ600 Plus is actually a controlled round feed rifle, but instead of a huge claw extractor, it's got a little small one, and then it has a short ejector. So very, very interesting design on that. Super, super reliable, great for dangerous game hunts. Closing thoughts, absolutely beautiful, gorgeous European style bolt action rifle. Beautiful walnut stock. It's unique, very smooth action, phenomenal trigger, easy to operate magazine system, and really like that wooden bolt knob and the short 6-degree bolt throw with the iron sights. Hope you enjoyed this review of the very nice CZ600 Plus Luxe bolt action rifle. Thanks for watching Bullets for Bucks. Check out this next video and subscribe.